everybody. So we are back to another Tuesday 10. I'm doing Tuesday 10 a little different. So the hashtag Tuesday 10, if you would check out Cindy over at Studio Lou, she does her Tuesday 10 and she just digs from her scrap pile and pulls out 10 things and uses those 10 things to make some ephemera. I'm doing it kind of the same way, but a little different. So we just finished up last month the Junk Journal Round Robin with Mary Ellen over at Red Parrot and Cindy over at Studio Lou. And I ended up with a box full of leftovers, scraps, things of that nature. And I decided that to kind of use up some of those scraps, I would do a Tuesday 10 take and find 10 focal points and create 10 items from the focal points that I found in my stash and using the scraps, the leftovers from Junk Journal Round Robin. So what I'm working with as far as my focal points on this video is I have some bits and bobs. These are from Cindy's Patreon. If she has a Patreon, if you check out her Patreon, she does a Journal With Me kit every month. And these are from November's. So I fussy cut them all out. And so we'll work with those as our focal points. And then, of course, we'll work with our big box of goodies left over from Junk Journal Round Robin. It's kind of I decided to kind of, if you watched my last week's Tuesday 10 roundup, it's kind of a lingering of the round robin from last month. So again, in effort to use up my scraps. So let's kind of flip through here. And I know Cindy has these fabulous little tree men that I know I want to use. So that'll be 2 of my focal points for sure. I keep shifting this stack around. So that's 2 focal points for sure. How about this bird? That'll be number 3. And this tag, this mushroom tag 4. We'll do the moon. And I say we can get 10 things. We'll do this one 5. Start back at the front. We'll do these mushrooms as 6. This little guy is 7. Ooh, this bird is number 8. We'll do her as number 9. And let's do I'm kind of looking over there at my stash of leftovers to see if anything really kind of goes with. I want to challenge myself, but I don't want to stump myself, if that makes any sense. We'll do this as number 10. This funky piece here. I'm going to set these aside. We can still draw from them because there's lots of other goodies that aren't really focal points. I want to use the tree man. I'm digging for my scrappy doos. Just seeing what I've got to work with. that's bright. Some orange. That really doesn't go. Got plenty of pink, if you'll recall. There's a lot of pink going on in that. We have our old journal paper. Okay. That's too bright for that. Okay. This gives me something to work with. I want to first get our bases going. Okay. I feel like he's throwing me off because he's so white around the edges. So let me ink him up a little bit. That'll help me with my coloring. I cleaned my station the other day and woof. Cleaning your area, your work area is so... it's a love-hate thing. I mean, it feels good to have a clean space, but it is hard to get back in the groove of things. Find where you put stuff and... I'm gonna go ahead and ink this other guy here while I'm at it. Okay. Do we like this or no? Sure, why not? Get it in a workable manner. I'm gonna go with a weld bond on this because it is wallpaper. This is the wallpaper. It's got a little bit of a texture going on with it. So I don't want to fight myself with it. Okay. Just kind of get some overall general basis stuff down. I can trim it up. I will try not to make these videos so long. I know that last week's was, woof, it was long. But, you know, sometimes you just can't help it. Sometimes you just can't help it. And I don't know about y'all, but I like the longer videos sometimes. Sometimes I get settled in to watch some videos or watch some, and I turn it on and it's like 2 minutes. It's like, oh, I gotta go find something else now. The doors and windows are open because it feels great out here. I'm kind of, for whatever reason, like that big leaf there. We're gonna trim this down. What do you think? I can scoot that up as a flap or a tag. I have a little bitty scrap of green material. I did organize my bin. Maybe I'll use these as okay, let's see here. Let's do this. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Get some tape and tape him together. So he'll quit shifting around on me. This is so boring. I'm just wondering if there's something else that I could work with. Maybe that. I think so. I think so. Like I said, this is all in an effort to use scraps. I just feel like I had a lot of scraps left from the Junk Journal Round Robin, which is not a complaint. It's just before I tuck them away, I wanted to kind of give them one last go round. One last look before they end up in the big scrap box. One last look while they were still fresh. I'm adding glue to the tree man is what we're doing over here. And I'll tell you, while the wallpaper's fun to work with, it's not very glue friendly, if that makes any sense. Okay, now I need to glue his hand down. I'm going to set him aside and let him dry for a minute, and then I'm going to work on the other guy. I'm going to kind of do a coordinating. Where did that go? Here it is. I want to kind of do him smaller. I like him, but I kind of want to do like a portrait of him. If that makes any sort of... Oh, red and green don't go. That's too Christmassy. I don't typically get into all the Christmas foo-foo. Yeah, that's better. Let me find a base. I guess I'm all... Excuse me, I know that looks like a lot, and it is kind of, but again, this wallpaper is not the easiest to work with for some reason. Okay. I thought I inked him up, but he sure is looking pretty white. Excuse me. Here I am going, adding glue to him, and I'm not ready to glue him down yet. I still got things to do. What are you doing, Shell? I don't have another of the green leaf to, this piece here. But we do have some more of this. Just a little snippet, but it'll tie it together. Help tie it together. We're just going to plunk it down and hope that's right. Okay. And I think what I want to do is with these, first off, let me trim these guys up. Get a good shape going on here. I actually think I might cut his little feeties off. Okay. Do we want to make this a tag? I don't think so, but I do think I want to round my corners. I've been fighting with my corner rounder. It's like the really big corner rounder, the big end wants to cut, but the other two don't for some reason. Let's figure him out. And I think I'm cutting him off right here. Okay. We'll round his corners too. We'll glue him down because he's trying to come up. Okay, I wanted to do a little tab. I might just scrunch this up. Okay, we will add these at the end. We'll sew those. Okay, that's two. What else is speaking to me? This is pretty simple. It's already in a tag shape. I'm going to use this scrappy do, and I'm going to glue it down. And we'll use that that school journal where it's already on this back of this as kind of the backing, and that'll be okay. See, we've got some school journal stuff going on the back. look at this guy. And then I'll add some floof. And I have some lace. And then I have this lace. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we'll do that a little bit. Although he matches that little guy really well. Okay, fine. We'll use this. We'll use a snippet of this. This has some blue threading in it for some weird reason. We don't want that. Okay. And moving on, let's work with him. Give him a little bit of ink. Can he go on this? He can. Let's see here. I keep saying this wallpaper is not so easy to work with, but you see I keep pulling it out and working with it. Mainly because there's a lot of it. It was the packet. Mariella made like a bag and put all the round robin stuff in it. So let me itch on the back. What else do we have up in here? Little snippies. Another piece of that math book. I'm thrown off by him for some reason. He's cute, but something's not working with me. Oof. I think it's because he's just so white. We'll go with it. Can't spend a whole ton of time on all these guys because, you know, I don't want another crazy long video. Although I might still end up with one, but... we are eyeballing cutting this one. I was going to do a tag with him, but he's awfully big. It's an awfully big tag. Let's trim him down a little bit on each side and see if that helps us any. And then let's trim him in a tag for me. I think he'll be okay. And I think I might just poke a hole through his head. To add our lace. Oh, come on. It's kind of stretchy lace. Quite possibly goes to some underwear or something. Or made, you know. Do a little inky ink. Okay, moving on. We have this bird here. Oh, I'm just gonna add some some grungy book spine, because why not? I can't remember what day this book spine played a role, and it's quite possibly it just ended up in there. I have no idea, but it's in the box, and so we're using it. So, okay, back to the bird. Do I have any sort of this was one of the packets that Mary Ellen made. It's a magazine page from a quilt. I don't think that's long enough. So I'm gonna break out some more. Oh, folder. And since this is thin, I'm going to use glue stick. Should stick it to the folder with no issues. Decisions. Could do him on that one. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay, how close do we want to come in on this? I'm wondering if there's anything that I can use to add to this. I know I myself am very okay with simplicity. If a card is very simple, I don't have to have a whole lot going on. For me to be pleased with it. And this may be one of those cards. Let me look real quick and just see if there's anything that speaks to me. There's these little stars, but the blue is off, and I don't want to fussy cut those. Use one of our trusty little tabs. Nothing else is yelling at me. Okay, well, since nothing else is really yelling at me out of our scrap bin, we'll just go with it. Keep on keeping on. And this one I'll do with this bird. The back side of this one really appealed to me more than this one, but this one goes better with the bird, if that makes any sort of weird sense. And we'll just glue them down and see how much of it we use. Oop. About out of glue in this stick. Okay, I'll quit fighting. I'll quit fighting with you and I'll call it done. Okay, let's see here, Mr. Bird. I need to give you a little bit of ink. Trying to tone down his white a little bit. I could really like detail fussy cut him, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I ought to just plunk him down and then work around him. Is there anything? I need his whole tail to be in the frame here. Oh, come on. I say in the frame. I have the worst time. I move all my stuff towards me, and y'all are just like, what is she doing up there? What's she doing back there? I can't see nothing. And while the blue in this quilt goes well with this dark blue trim, I gotta trim it off because my OCD says so. Hang on to that and toss these. And I kind of want to just do this as a little tag. This is a piece of a collage board, and so there was another piece tacked on it. I was thinking, oh, I need a word or something. And I think, I think I have a word. Miscellaneous. This was on one of the tags that that was on one of Cindy's packets. It was a divider page. Okay, I should have rounded my corner. Yeah. We're just going to have to pretend around this one. Okay. Moving right along. Let's see, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we need 4 more. I have 5 images, so who knows? Who knows? Wish I had some blue to work with. I have this. And I think I'm going to trim her off. Okay. Now this will be, does she look better on the dark or the light? The dark, probably. I don't know if this is inspiring any of y'all to just play with scraps or what, but I have so much fun with, because of course collage is my main love. And I just have so much fun with collage. Just kind of plunking things down and I have so much fun with the round robin that we do. That I kind of felt like, oh, it has to be over, but there's only so many days in the month. But I do think we all enjoy the challenge, the November challenge and the April challenge that we did this year. And so I think that there will be more of these. I don't know that we've decided when, but if we'll do it an April, November type thing or what. But I think we all have decided that we like it. And we really enjoy it, so. So I have a feeling there will be more. Should have made that thicker, but that's okay. I'm just looking to see if there was anything I could add to this. Well, I kind of like that. Let's do this. Let's glue this down. And we'll see if there's what we can do to add to it. She kind of fades into this, but you know, that's okay. And this little sewn piece, Cindy's packets were mostly sewn book pages together. And I think Mary Ellen and I both found immense joy in playing with these sewed paper edges, ripping them and cutting them apart and all that. So that was fun. Come on. So I am still enjoying playing with these little bits. You see, I can't even throw these away. I'm setting them back in the scrap pile. I'm on a corner rounding kick for some reason lately. I don't know why, but I am. Okay, this is feeling this. Somehow, some way. Man, there's really nothing to. Is it feeling this too? Ooh. Ooh. Am I pushing it by doing this? No. Okay. And that's where we're at with it. I'm going to get us a base. This is just regular tissue paper. And so it should glue down pretty good. I make this kind of big because that image is pretty big. And we're just gonna kind of eyeball, trim this down to a workable space. Yeah, I think we like this. This is some of Cindy's dyed paper. I do like this, so let's let's get this down, and then we'll decide how we need to bring that other color. I like the other color, I just need to figure out how it's best to bring it into the picture. And I'm trusting my glue stick to glue to the tissue and the paper and the different layers. Okay, does this tear? No, it does not. Okay. Well, let's see here then. make some squares to accent. And are my squares too big? Or do we just need to bring this color in with the tab? Oy. Okay, let's trim us down to size again. Inch, inch. Scoot, scoot, scoot. I need to change the blade in my knife in a desperate way. Okay, so here's our card. Now, how's best to pull in this? Can we just pull it in? I think what I'll do is I'll set this aside. Let me just snip the corners. Instead of rounding them. And I'll set this aside with these and we'll figure out when I'm sewing. Okay, so where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. Digging through, seeing what we got. Keep coming to that. I have some bright orange. That doesn't really go, but it kind of does, if that makes any sort of sense. And I got some yellow. And the yellow and the blue contrast really, I like that. So I'm going to go with the folds here. And I feel like we're going to need some specimen tags. Quite possibly. So let's back this. Let's go right up to the edge and we'll utilize this little tab. Maybe. cutting. And as much as I don't want to, I'm going to trim this down a little bitty bit. Feeling like that needs to be there. But I'm feeling like I need something else. I need some tissue. Okay, I'm kind of giving this a frame. I'm kind of just willy-nillying this without a plan. Just plunking things down and hoping they'll end up somewhere. It's got to work, right? It'll work somehow, some way. And then let's see here. Let us do this one and this one, unless it says something of plants analyzed, so we're okay to use plants on this one. See, that's my OCD kicking in. I don't want to put an insect tag on this because it's not an insect. Specimen identification confirmed. Well, that was a pretty satisfying fussy cut. Those little 8-sided. Put that down there at the bottom. It's kind of like a stamp. And I'm going to trim off some of that. Not necessarily all of it. And we're going to do this little number card. Specimen 9227. Off the back. The question becomes, do I want to put it up here or down here? I'll put it right there. And then we'll hit him with some ink. Grunge it up like somebody's been handling this card off and on. As you know, that's what happens. Okay, I think we're good with the specimen labels. And we're down to this guy. And I'm going to start again just by plunking him down. And trimming him down. I'm going to leave a little frame just to be a little different. Just because the manila folder color goes good with this image. Oh, well, let's just cut wonky shell. And then I'm going to do a little bit of corner rounding. I'm doing this all sorts of backwards, and then we'll figure out what we can do with it. Maybe nothing, but pink is too pink. Don't ask what I'm doing. I'm just playing collage, I guess. Using up the scraps. And was there anything on here that was not specimen related? This says confirmed, date and collector, printed matter, plants collected. Wonder if my glue stick will glue this paper to this little tabby-doo. I know that'll need to be. I think we are at our 10. I didn't end up using this bird, but he'll stack in there and we'll use him next time. So let's see here. Let me pause you guys. I'll go and do some sewing and then I'll be back and we'll see where we're at. So just hold one moment. Actually, goodness, I'm a slow crafter. I tell you what, I'm just going to end this video here and you guys can just trust that I sewed around and finished everything up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll sew this. Some floop up here, 8. I'll sew this floop up here, 9. And this floop up here, where's my other green piece? 10. So thanks for joining me on this Mondo long video. I'm going to have to figure out a way to get a little bit faster if I'm going to do 10 pieces for Tuesday 10. So thanks for joining me and I will see you guys later. Bye for now.